Hello, team. Okay, I want to talk about apprentice coaching. Okay, so what an apprentice coach is when you join as a coach, some of you are joining, you've been in a challenge group and you've seen what that's like. And some of you joined straight as a coach and you haven't been through a challenge group. So, first thing, if you have not ever been through a challenge group, you need to make a decision on whether or not you want to first go through your own personal transformation journey as a challenger to get in that mindset and feel what that's like, or if you want to dive right in and you want to take the role of an apprentice coach. And don't be scared by the role of an apprentice coach. So sometimes we call an apprentice coach a CMO or a chief motivating officer. And so when it comes down to it, the true role of a coach is personal connection, motivation, offering tips and support, things that are going to specifically help people. So, what I found is so I want to teach you basically how to run a challenge group and different ways it can be done, and then what the key factors of it are. So, our goals when we're running a challenge group you can have different goals than I do. My goals are to help women see the physical results they want. So that's going to be whether it's losing 10 pounds, 50 pounds, 70 pounds, changing their health, getting a hold of their sugar cravings, creating a balanced, just more healthy day-to-day lifestyle, having more energy, getting off medication, that kind of thing. Whatever those goals are, they signed up for me for those goals. Now, in addition, I want to help them build their confidence, feel connected to a supportive community of women. I want to ultimately, my why in coaching is that I want to help women go from a place where they feel like they're just surviving and getting through a time of life, a season, because really once you become an adult, it starts to feel like there's no more prom, there's no more college graduation, there's no more getting our ears pierced or going on our first date or getting National Honor Society or getting a role in a school play. Like that kind of stuff kind of stops. And so we can lose motivation for those small goals. And so our goals, that the dreams we once had for our life about being, for me, I really seek to attract world-changing women. That's what I want. I want women that are desire to make an impact on the world. That's my goal for my children. And what happens is that these women, this was me, have these dreams and this passion and some know-how, but then the duties of life, of motherhood, of going to a job, of holding down a job, of providing, of paying off debt, when things happen, it becomes overwhelming and it feels like you're never moving forward. So I want to show these women in our challenge groups that they can move forward and they can be empowered because this is a part of their life, their nutrition, their fitness, their health, that they can control. You're not controlling anybody else, any other circumstances. They can control this. And when a woman realizes that it's not lost, they're not a lost cause, and they can control these things, then they move on to realizing there is more in their control. Their attitude, the compound effect really comes into play in all of their life. They start spending more time with personal development, whether that means reading their Bible and doing devotions. They start helping people more. They start giving and drawing people because they are filled up. Because not only are they doing something for themselves that fills them up and makes them strong, but they're in community in these challenge groups with other women that are filling them up. So our goal is to get them results and to fill them up and to give them resources and tools. So that may sound like a lot, but really what it comes down to is us prioritizing our own health and fitness journey. And when we do that, we're going to learn more about our body, us doing personal development so that we have more knowledge to offer them, so they have more support, so we're filling ourselves up. We have to have something filled up in order to give. And so when we do that, we just take care of ourselves as the main priority in those ways, then we have a lot more to give, and we can speak not just from books, but we can also speak from personal experience, which I think is more powerful. So the overwhelm of when you run a group for the first time can be that it's like you're getting up early or staying up late to come up with these posts and pictures, and it just makes you start feeling dry maybe after the first challenge group. And so what I suggest is that you start off by using my template. Now I'm going to give you just kind of a preview, but then we're going to talk about apprentice coaching. So this is kind of the end of apprentice coaching. So after you do apprentice coaching, then you can tell me, hey, I'm ready to run my own group, and I have a bunch of posts that you can use and that you can copy and paste and that you can schedule out. Now you see these aren't pictures of me. They're graphics I made that are pretty generic so that anybody can use them. So my suggestion is that the first month or two, honestly, I've been doing this template with generic graphics for about 8 months, because once I did that, I needed to move my business forward in different ways. And so now I'm at the point where I feel stronger and more knowledgeable. And what I'm going to be doing is, as I schedule this template, I want to be every day adding some more personal value, more meal plans, meal tips, keys like what to do when you travel, that kind of thing. So to kind of slow down that pressure and that pace to create tons of amazing personal things, and just to do it at a pace that seems like inspired and right to me. So when I do that, then what I'll do is I'll then go and I'll save it in something like Evernote or A Note, or I'll post it on my like page, and then I'll save the address to that post on my like page. Let's see. Well, I don't want to get a bunch into this actually right now. So I'll post it. You can go like wherever the post is, where it says like the time, 2 hours, and you can click on that, and whatever that is, then that is the actual link to that direct post. So then I can go and I can save that somewhere, so that then I'm creating slowly at your own pace with no stress. As you feel inspired, you share, then you save the link to that one, so you can compile. So as an apprentice coach, what are you going to do? You're going to be in the group that I'm running, or that your coach is running. If your coach above you is not in the game and they're not on top of it with their vital behaviors, and you don't feel like they are like living the lifestyle, the Beachbody lifestyle, and they're supporting you enough, first of all, I think you go directly to them and you say, hey, I'm feeling lost. I'm not sure what to do right now. I may have missed some steps in the beginning when it all was so new, but now I'm ready to move ahead, and I like to be an apprentice coach. Is that something you're actively feel like you can actively take on, or should I find another coach that I can be in their group this month? So you don't say it in an accusatory way, because a lot of times what happens is that your coach does provide a lot of information to you at the beginning or in Smart Start, but it's not the right time for your mind, and so it just goes over. Or your coach also is human, and you may not be showing enough initiative or like interest. They may not know what's going on in your mind, so they're waiting for basically you to be ready, or they might just mess up. And that's okay too. Like, this is our business, this is your business, and so it's always our responsibility. And all it is a like just a very genuine, kind, compassionate, hey, I'm ready to do this. What's the best way for me to plug in? And they will be happy to. And for some reason they're going through something and they're not, then you can come to me or the next downline and kind of go down the ladder. So you're always welcome after, you've gone in with your coach. You're always welcome to be an apprentice coach in my team, because I think the more the merrier. I like to have groups around 20 to 40, but the more the merrier as far as support and like go-getters and people that are willing to comment on others' posts. So you will not be responsible for posting template posts. That's what I did when I first became an apprentice coach, and it was like, here's the template, take day 5, copy and paste. And for me, it was like, that didn't teach me anything. I mean, because here, I'll teach you right now. Hey, you're day 7, copy. Go in on day 7, paste, upload the picture. I kind of think that for me, it doesn't really help. If you're like, I am so not techie, tell me exactly how to do that, then I can take you through and I can tell you that for sure. But really, copying and pasting isn't training you to be a good coach. What is going to make a good coach is adding that off the cuff value, like letting people get to know you. You want them to know, like, and trust you, seeing that you're a real person. And you do that by, as a apprentice coach, and then as a leading your own team or group leading, you do that by posting sweaty selfies, by making little short videos, and they might be something like, whether in a video or selfie, saying something like, you all, I have the best tip for when you're traveling out of town. Okay, first of all, it involves a cooler. You're going to need a cooler. But then what you can do is like maybe, let's see, what would be a good travel tip that I would use. What you can do is you can, if you're going to leave early in the morning, you can pre-make a Shakeology and just line it up in Shakeology cups all in a cooler with a lot of ice packs. And then throughout the day, if you're traveling and you're like, you need to make good time, but your only thing that you can do is gas station stuff or fast food, then what you can do is you can just grab a Shakeology. And yeah, you may have 3 Shakeologies a day, but what the heck? That's, you're gonna be totally on track. You're gonna feel energized. So maybe that's like your tip. You could take a picture and post that, or you could take a video and post that. Or it might be like just saying like, you all, I am so proud of myself, not to brag or anything, but this is day 14. Not only am I working out, but I've done it before I went to work. That meant getting up at 5. This is huge for me. Does anybody else struggle with getting up earlier, or has anybody else made a change like this in their life? This is coach behavior. This is empowering type of posting. It's inspiring. So that's the kind, as a chief motivating officer, you're not going to try to coach like in a generic template type of way, like I am the supreme coach teaching you everything. It's going to be in a much more vulnerable type. This is what I did and it worked, guys. It's so great. Or you all, I struggled with this today. And ask interactive questions. So the reason that I don't with my apprentice coaches, like some other coaches on different teams say like, this is my apprentice coach and this is because it gets confusing to the challenge group members. So your goal as an apprentice coach is going to be to add 3 people to your challenge group, to the one that we do together. So 3 people, you're going to find 3 people. It could be family members, friends, somebody you find on Instagram, and to add them to this group. And so we do it as a group. Now, yes, there's going to be more posts that are coming from me. So you can tell them that you're co-coaching or you're apprentice coaching. And so to them, you're going to be posting and adding in that. They're just going to be getting the value from what I'm putting. They're going to be seeing other apprentice coaches, but to everybody else's coaches, it's not confusing. Like, why are there 10 coaches and then who are these other people? So that's why we do it this way, because I really think it gives the most value and energy to a challenge group without being confusing, and it teaches you the right behavior. So besides posting those types of videos in post, which you don't have to ask permission to, just do it. You are basically being the chief motivating officers. You are being the all-star challengers in the group. You are teaching the challengers what behaviors and how to do, because as the leader, like I am the leader of my challenge groups, people they see me as like, oh, she's got to do that. So what they're really looking at is they're looking at the other challengers, because they see them as a like more even playing field. So this is why that this method is like so life-giving and so empowering, because it's not like a teacher or mom like teaching down. It allows you to be a coach to those 3 people that you bring into the group, but it also allows like this teammate, like, level playing field to everybody else that doesn't know, your challengers that don't know me, your challengers that don't know another apprentice coach. So you're going to be adding those videos, or those, if you don't want to do video, the picture, okay? I think it's good to do selfies because it shows personality. If you see like a good meal plan or something like that, you can post that too, get excited about it. But then you're also going to be commenting and liking on other people's posts. So I'm going to take you into my challenge group. Oops. Okay, so let's see. Monica said, me and my morning alarm clock. I've been dreading. I'm on week 3 and I've only lost 3 pounds, but I really appreciate feeling stronger. I know my body is changing. So it says seen by, whoopsie. It says seen by 6. Okay, people. All right. I'm going to show you right here. See how it says seen by 6? Seen by 7 because I messed up. But 1 person liked it. That's unacceptable. The very least you can do is you can like it. There should at least be 7 likes. Okay? But how is she going to feel if she posts this vulnerable picture of her and her baby, says she only lost 3 pounds, and nobody's saying anything? This isn't my challenger. Okay? But we're all responsible, because it's give unto others as you would have them do unto you. that's what you have to do. We have to like fully give. And so I need to post something like, that's the cutest alarm clock I've ever seen. God has a way of giving us what we need in silly ways. You two succeed, and so do I. As far as, and you might not know enough, you feel like, about fitness and nutrition yet to give straight up advice. You can always say, like, at Ashley Brockington, at Jessica Barron, somebody that's more knowledgeable in those areas. You can always tag them and say, like, what would your advice be on this? Like, expert, pass it off. That's fine. Or you can go do some research, or you can point them to an article. But we need to be always commenting, like, lots and lots on everybody. And so you don't have to spend all day, just twice a day, log in and make sure you've commented on everybody's stuff. And it's amazing how we can see friendships really form in here, in these groups. So I'm going to show you real quick what I'm going to do. So I give a little advice. As far as losing only 3 pounds in 3 weeks, it's because of one of these things. 1, you're eating more than you think. How strictly are you sticking to portion fix system? 2, you are retaining water. If that's the case, give it another week. And if you are still not seeing the scale go down and you are doing workouts and eating perfectly, let's talk about next step. You will see results if you do the work, but there are tweaks that might have to be made. Lastly, how are your clothes fitting? How are your measurements? I weigh exactly the same as when I started my journey, but my muscles are rock hard. I have more energy, and I love my body. Throw out. Stay away from the scale if you're seeing progress in the measurements. Okay, you've got this. So we always want to make sure, if you give advice, that they're totally excited. Sorry about my dog barking. Okay. All right, so that's kind of what you're going to do. So I need to go back and share more about this. I will also let you know that every Sunday in my groups, we have a Zoom call, a group video call, and I invite all of my, I post it in the challenge groups, that the link for them to go to it, and I also email them behind the scenes, my challengers, to remind them to come to it, because it's that like one-on-one touch. On social media, sometimes I come off like, I don't know, like it's easy for me or something like that. But then when people see me in a live chat, they're like, oh, she's a big mess and very rambling and whatever, if she can do it, okay, I can do it. So it's like that life touch of, oh, wow, I'm getting lots of information, but no, she struggles too, and she's not perfect, and they can feel that I care, and they can feel like compassion in a way that they can't through typing and that kind of thing. All right, just to show you also about the groups, in the files section, we have different guides. So always make sure that when you're adding challengers, that they know that. You would add people by entering their names right here. So then also, if we go to Thrive, I have a schedule of when all of my challenge groups are. So the preseason, that's the week where I'm giving information about what's to come and what they need to do to get involved and ready mentally. That starts on this date, these preseason dates. And basically you can be inviting, like when you're inviting, you can be saying that the challenge group starts on this date, like the 11th or the 25th, but then like once it gets past like the 10th or 11th, then you can say that it starts the 18th, like the week later, because basically someone could still jump in, buy a challenge pack like on the 11th, 12th, or 13th, the Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of preseason. They could jump in, they could catch up on the post, they could do Beachbody on demand, and they could be ready for the challenge to start that next Monday. Some challengers are go-getters, and they're going to want to start right away during preseason as soon as they order, and other ones want to start on that official date and need the mental time. So that's why I have it, because it suits both personalities. Let's see what else about the challenge groups. Okay, so I'm going to show you the challenge group app because that's what I'm going to be using a lot, but then I want you to also see something that's important. So at first you may not have challengers to add to when you're apprentice coaching. Your goal needs to be that you do have people. So even if you're having a hard time selling challenge packs, if you can even get somebody on Beachbody on demand, so that's a 30-day free trial, or a family member or something like that, as you build your confidence up as a coach, and you maybe just want to have some type of testimony to build, I do think that you should ask family, hey, would you just be my first testimony? Would you just like try Shakeology for 30 days? I need some testimonies to get my business going. I think that's good, but like I said, if you need just to get them with Beachbody on demand and give them a schedule of what to do, you can do that because you want to be getting testimony. So in the files of Thrive, I have, let's see, challenger to coach calendar, and then a JPEG that has converting challengers to coaches. So I'm going to show you that. And then also if you go to link, so the zip is the slideshow. If you go to link to recording calls and presentations, you're going to see how to convert challengers to coaches. I really want you to read this because it's going to tell you exactly if you do have challengers in the apprentice group, or if you get out of the apprentice group and you have sold challenge packs during it for the next group, whether you apprentice with me or you run it with somebody else or by yourself. I want you to know, once you've mastered what to do in the challenge group, what you're going to be doing behind the scenes to help challengers become coaches and move your business forward. So that would be, you'd listen to this, how to convert challengers to coaches, and then you'd use this, where is it? Template. Let's see. So you're going to open. Okay, so this is the graphic. So let's go in here. You're going to read the momentum, but then this schedule at the bottom is going to show you exactly what emails to send when. Email 1, 2, all that kind of stuff. Exactly what to do behind the scenes with the challenge group. And then the detailed instructions are right here. You just would go to this losingwithsamandnash.com/Thrive Challenge Group 1. So I'm going to do this, show you losingwithsamandnash.com/Thrive Challenge Group 1. Okay, so it's going to take you to an Evernote folder or notebook, and you're going to join the notebook. I would join it so it syncs up with yours. But then it's going to teach you, let's see if I can sort reminders. Let's see. I'm not sure which way you can basically sort this. You'll have to look around how you can sort it by the number of email, but you go to the table of contents and then look. So then you just go to welcome email. So then you can change yours up a little bit, but this is the welcome email that I would send. It tells you the goal, the base template. In yellow, it's what you would change. If you click on this Evernote Wave, it's going to be me telling you the why behind it. So, and it's going to tell you when to go through. Okay, so then like club membership, these are different emails. Email 1, email 2, 3, and then once again this behind the scenes calendar, that's going to show you. It's like, where to go? Where'd that preview go? Oh, right here. It's going to show you this calendar, so you're going to know, like, email 1. Okay, so email 1, they buy a challenge pack somewhere around here. I give them the welcome email right away. Email 1 this is where preseason starts, okay? So email 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all before preseason. So they're basically, the goal is that once people get in, say yes, that you don't just say like, okay, you got to wait a week. You're like emailing them and giving them information and what they can be working on. It's going to tell you where to add the challenge group members, that kind of stuff when the Zoom calls. So this is very important. And yeah, these just tell you like the email, so you can just copy and paste base template. You can, all of this, copy and paste and change it out how you want it. So this is basically what there is to being a rock star coach apprentice and really learning what it means to be a coach. So take the month that you're an apprentice coach, or if you need to take 2, and really give it your all, so that then you're not like, what are the emails, or where are they, what should I be doing, or wait, sorry I didn't post. Just go all in so you can fail forward. It's much better to fail forward sorry, to fail forward when it's my group, and I'm there for you, than when I'm not in your group and you're like, what to do. Okay, so let's look at the My Challenge Tracker portal, and this is not going to be a tutorial on that. There are videos on Team Beachbody's website. When you log into the Coach Online office, you can look around FAQ and they will have tutorials on it. But once you get in the group, so let's look at, okay, one of my Busy Girls Fitness challenges. So this is my back end. Let's see, I actually should show you what the challenge. You're going to download the challenge app, the My Challenge app. And mine has a little bug right now. But basically it will say latest from your coach, and then you can view the group feed. And so people ask questions, and then you can go to this where the bell is, and that's going to show you everybody that's posted. And then you can go and you can also address those. And so that's how you're going to interact when it's not on a Facebook group. Same kind of thing, but you're going to be commenting and posting on the app instead. So if you have any questions about that, you can let me know. But this is it, guys. This is the next step. You become a coach. Hopefully you've gone through Lindsay's Kickstart, or I want you to go through Smart Start. And then Success School. So Success School is kind of like the advanced Beachbody business information. So if you're like the person that just needs it all, then do it right away. If you're the person that gets overwhelmed, then you just focus on Power Hour, moving your business forward, and getting 3 people in the next challenge group, and being the best apprentice coach that you can, and understanding this behind the scenes, what you're supposed to do with the emails behind the scenes, so that you're building your team. You're not just getting people results, but you're also building your team. So I hope this helps. I'm excited to have you all in my next apprentice group, or I'm sure your coach, if I'm